You stand at the edge of a vast, ancient forest, its towering trees casting long, daunting shadows that stretch across the carpet of leaves at your feet. The canopy above filters the sunlight, dappling the ground with fleeting patches of warmth. A deceptive beauty in a land that wrestles with darkness. There is something magical, yet foreboding about this place. An air thick with hidden secrets that cling to the underbrush like morning fog. With each step closer, a palpable tension weaves through the atmosphere, threading itself between the trunks, whispering truths better left undisturbed. The forest is a world unto itself, a sanctuary where life flourishes alongside untold stories, the stories of creatures who have called this sacred place home long before humanity's greedy hands reached in to disrupt the fragile balance of nature. You can almost feel the pulse of life here, vibrant yet dangerously exposed. In this tranquil facade lurks a chilling truth. Human greed has infiltrated the very sanctity of existence, ripping apart the lives of innocent beings who reside in the shadows. You ask yourself, what horrors lie hidden beneath this emerald blanket? What terrors are entrapments of human cruelty, invisible to the untrained eye? As your gaze explores the thicket, you catch sight of a bear, a majestic but often misunderstood inhabitant of these woods. It moves through the underbrush with surprising grace, its every step imbued with strength, each sinewy muscle rippling beneath its coarse fur. A powerful guardian, the bear embodies the spirit of the wild, and you can't help but feel a connection with it, an overwhelming urge to learn the truth of its world. It prowls with purpose, instinct carrying it through the woodlands as if it can sense the heavy weight of despair that hangs like a low-hanging fog. What do you really know about this creature, you wonder? But as you step deeper into this green labyrinth, the atmosphere shifts. The tension in the air thickens and suddenly your heart pounds in your chest, a foreboding sense of urgency coursing through your veins. You realize with dread that you are not merely an observer here. You are surrounded by a world that teeters on the brink of chaos. What will you uncover as you traverse this path, hidden from the light of day? In that moment, a chilling sound slices through the serenity of the forest. A distant cry filled with anguish and despair resonates in the stillness, sending shockwaves reverberating through your very core. You freeze, the chilling reality of it clawing at your throat. This is no ordinary sound of nature. It is the mournful wail of innocent souls caught in the tangled web of human greed, lives ensnared for nefarious ends. Your stomach twists in response as the realization dawns. The darkness of wildlife trafficking is not just an abstract horror told in hushed whispers. It is a grotesque ballet of suffering taking place right here, hidden in plain sight. The forest grows muted, the air thick with impending dread. As the cries drift toward you, the looming shadows of trees deepen, wrapping around you like a suffocating embrace. The bear senses it too. Its demeanor shifts, its ears flattening. You share a moment of unspoken understanding, as if the protection of the innocent is now a shared mission. What would happen if the bear, a symbol of untamed spirit, rises to face the evil lurking within its home? Your heart races, reflecting the urgency of the moment, the vibrant pulse of the forest echoing alongside your own. With every beat, it pulls you deeper into this primordial tale, one filled with courage, despair, and an undeniable call to action. The anticipation is electric, yet ominous, as you can't shake the feeling that all eyes are watching, the spirits of the forest urging you to bear witness to their plight. Then, out of the hush, as vibrant life teeters on the precipice of tragedy, another sound breaks the quiet. The bear lets out a rumbling growl, summoning an energy that reverberates through the trees, awakening the spirits layered within the canopy. Your breath hitches as you comprehend the significance of its presence. In a world where compassion often takes a back seat to ambition, this creature stands at the verge of confrontation, embodying the untamed spirit of nature that refuses to bow to the insatiable appetite for destruction. You take a step closer, your pulse quickening as the air grows heavier with anticipation. You feel, deep within, that this bear is not merely an animal. It is a reluctant hero, poised to engage in a battle for the vulnerable lives trapped in cages designed for cruelty and profit. Each paw placed against the forest floor seems like a rallying cry, summoning allies from the depths of the wilderness. A moment of clarity washes over you. Here, in this sacred place, an unfolding narrative of triumph, defiance, and resilience teeters on the edge of survival. Just as the earth yields to its guardians, the bear prepares to charge headlong into the dark heart of the forest, seeking to disrupt the ravenous cycle of suffering that has gripped its land. For the bear, and for you, this marks the beginning of a harrowing journey, one that will unearth the intertwined fates of creatures great and small amid the cruel machinations of humankind. You sense that the quiet confidence of the bear holds within it the promise of an extraordinary confrontation, a stand against the tide of despair that threatens to engulf this world. The time has come. You gather your resolve, knowing that you are about to witness not just a moment, but a movement. Will you be able to embrace the truths hidden in the shadows and join the fight? This breath-stopping rescue story has only begun, with layers of hope and suffering waiting to be unveiled, and you can hardly look away as the forest begins to tremble with the weight of its unfolding destiny. You step cautiously into the shadows of the forest, each footfall muffled by the carpet of moss and fallen leaves. The tranquil sounds of nature, birdsong, the rustle of small creatures begin to fade, replaced by an unsettling silence that tightens around you. Every rustle, every snap of a twig sends a shockwave of unease through your body. It's as if the forest itself has become a mirror of the brewing storm within your heart, a contrast between the vibrant life once thought to be here and the darker truths that lie beneath. The air thickens with a sense of desperation, wrapping around you like an invisible web. The faint cries that echo from the depths of the woods reach your ears, haunting melodies of suffering that linger in the humid air, twisting the pit of your stomach. You pause, flooded with a sense of dread, as you grasp that these are not mere sounds of nature. They are the anguished cries of creatures caught in a horrific entanglement of human greed. Each note drips with despair, and as they rise and fall, they weave an anguishing tale, one of innocence swept away by callous hands. Pushing deeper into the forest, you begin to unravel the stark reality of illegal wildlife trafficking. You glimpse men lurking in the shadows, their faces obscured under hoods and the cover of night. They move with unsettling ease, orchestrating a cruel ballet amidst the trees. Baiting traps concealed beneath layers of leaves, they boast low, mocking laughter that pierces the tranquility, creating a sickening juxtaposition to the cries of fear that ripple through the underbrush. Your breath hitches with every echo of their taunts, an acrid bitterness rising in your throat as you grapple with the gruesome reality unfolding in this sacred haven. Your steps quicken, heart pounding fiercely against your ribcage. You can feel the layers of grief and betrayal brewing beneath the surface. Is this how humanity repays nature's bounty? By binding the innocent with chains, stripping them of their freedom for the sake of profit. The weight of their suffering lingers on your conscience, each cry akin to a dagger driven into your heart. As you move further, the anguish intensifies. A chilling sight emerges. In a clearing, barely visible through the foliage, a bear cub sits shivering in a crude trap, its small body quivering in terror. The cub's bright eyes, typically filled with curiosity and wonder, are wide and lost, searching frantically for its mother among the chaos. Your heart twists at the sight. Somewhere out there is the mother, instinctively drawn to her child's cries but unable to reach it, trapped in her own trap of despair. Your heart breaks witnessing the profound loneliness of the mother bear, an energy of longing resonating between you and this majestic creature. You understand the unbreakable bond that ties mother to child, a connection like no other. How cruel it is for humans to exploit such sacred ties. The bond is elemental, unyielding, and filled with love. You can almost see her pacing, wild with worry, pausing to listen for the tiniest sound that might reveal the location of her lost cub. Shadows dance around her, casting doubts and fears as they entwine. Suddenly, the air is shattered by the laughter of the poachers, a sickening reminder of the dangers lurking in the thicket. The sound sends a pulse of fury through you as the men jostle to check their traps, reveling in the dark thrill of their nefarious work. Each guffaw underscores the layers of despair embedding themselves into the landscape, turning the forest into a graveyard of innocence. The silence of the trees feels oppressive, like a solemn witness to the atrocities unfolding within their canopy. Hope weighs heavy, shadows elongate, and the dread that has been building inside you bursts forth. How can anyone stand by as this unfolds? You ask silently, a desperate plea echoing in the still air. Do these men not understand the enormity of their actions or the deep connection that exists between predator and prey? Between children and their guardians? The question lingers as you realize that within this wilderness there are miles of hidden stories, tragedies etched into the bark of trees, tears mingling with rainwater seeping into the ground. It is a haunting tableau where the forest has borne witness to the suffering inflicted upon its inhabitants. In that moment of despair, a crack echoes through the woods, a snap of a branch that slices through the silence like a knife. Startled, the poachers turn, their laughter dying on their lips as they cast wary glances into the shadows. For all their bravado, the tension shifts. A ripple of fear vibrates through them, just as you feel it stoke the fire within you. The lone bear, your unexpected ally, sniffs the air, sensing the lingering stench of betrayal that hangs like a storm cloud cloaked in shadows. You observe as the bear stands tall, resolute, muscles tensed as it prepares to confront the very heart of cruelty that threatens its home. The forest seems to hold its breath, a collective spirit readying itself for the confrontation that looms ahead. You can feel the weight of purpose settling within you. In this moment, you are no longer simply a spectator. You are part of the narrative, a call to action whispered among the leaves. What happens next will determine not just the fate of these animals, but the very essence of justice within the wild. Will the bear rise to protect those it holds dear? Can courage awaken within the gut of nature's fiercest predator as it charges from the shadows? The answer lies just within reach, as realization dawns that hope is often found in the most unexpected guardians. The impending chaos fills your heart with urgency, and you brace yourself, knowing you are about to witness an extraordinary stand against the tide of despair, an echo of nature's justice that will resonate throughout the wild. Your resolve strengthens as you embrace the truth. You are not merely an observer. You are a witness to the powerful tapestry woven from threads of bravery, heartache, and indomitable spirit. Together with the bear, you are about to embark on a journey that challenges the depths of injustice, while illuminating the need for guardianship over the soulful inhabitants of these woods. When the confrontation begins, the forest will tremble not just with the sounds of battle, but with the poignant truth of survival. You hardly breathe as you watch the bear, a powerful silhouette against the canopy of trees. Tension crackles in the air like a storm about to break, and you sense the forest itself leaning in closer, waiting for what will unfold. The poachers glance nervously at one another, unease prickling at their bravado as they catch sight of the looming figure that stands before them, a guardian embodying the ancient spirit of the land. The bear rumbles deep within its chest, a sound that reverberates through the air, silencing the echoes of laughter that once held dominion here. This is a roar of authority, of commitment, and in it, you catch the essence of a declaration. This home is sacred, and it will not stand idly by while the innocent suffer. Your heart races as you feel the reverberations of a primal call, unity between the bear and this wild place, reaching out like a lifeline to those trapped in misery. One of the poachers takes a hesitant step back, his bravado slipping. The overpowering presence of the bear, its fur bristled and eyes glinting with an undeniable fire, is a stark contrast to the caged helplessness of the cub in the clearing. You can't help but wonder, will this be the turning point where nature pushes back against the cruelty that has encroached, or will it succumb to human greed yet again? The men, caught between bravado and fear, begin to scramble toward their rifles, fumbling in the face of the bear's indomitable spirit. The air thickens like fog as they dart, shaken, uncertain. You can feel the tension in your own muscles as you grapple with the weight of the moment. Will the bear fight back? You can almost hear the whispers of the forest urging it forward, as if knowing that the fate of many hangs in the balance, both seen and unseen. And then, it happens, the moment that shifts everything. As the poachers scramble with their weapons in an effort to shoot, the bear lunges with raw power. It barrels through the trees, not charging for mere violence, but as a necessary confrontation of profound justice. Each stride is purposeful, each movement a testament to its rightful place within this realm. You hold your breath, the collision between predator and predator now upon you, both seeking to reclaim a world lost in shadows. A deep growl erupts from the bear, mixing with the shouts of the poachers. It surges forward, dodging their clumsy attempts to shoot. The crack of the rifle breaks the air, a visceral reminder of the violence teetering at the edge of this fragile sanctuary. With tugging fear, you watch as the bear deftly avoids the spray of bullets, a dance of agility that defies human expectations. The poacher's confidence wanes as shock settles upon their faces one by one. No longer are they hunters. They have become prey, lost in their own malevolence, ensnared in a web spun from their greed. The bear stops momentarily, standing tall, its figure majestic against the dappled forest light, embodying every ounce of courage that fights against the chains of injustice. In that instant, you feel a crackling surge of energy ripple through the trees, a primal response to the confrontation. This is not only a fight for survival. This is a poetic reminder that nature has its guardians, fierce and unwavering, willing to stand against the storm. The cub watches, wide-eyed, from the confines of its unfriendly trap, sensing the upheaval unfolding around it. The sacred bond between mother and child pulses through the air like a forgotten promise, resonating with the collective heartbeat of the wild. With ferocity woven into its every move, the bear charges again, this time with momentum fueled by purpose. You can hardly believe what unfolds as it knocks one poacher to the ground, a powerful testament to the energy only felt in the wild. The animal rumbles again, deep and guttural, each growl igniting sparks of determination like a wildfire sweeping through dry underbrush. You clasp your hands together, caught in the confluence of fear and awe. This fierce spirit is standing against the encroaching doom, unleashing a force of nature you never anticipated witnessing. Nature is fighting back. Witnessing this guardian in action feels akin to glimpsing the last glimmer of sun before a storm washes over the land. It's everything you hoped for, yet still horrifying. A tangible clash between light and darkness. The other poachers, now paralyzed with fear, drop their weapons, stepping back from their cruel intentions. The bear's unyielding presence forces them to confront the gravity of their actions. In that pivotal moment, the forest holds its breath. The collective energy from the trees, the bated breath of every living thing, processes a question. What will it take for humanity to recognize the sanctity of these woods, the lives teeming within them, and the bonds established over countless generations? The realization dawns on you that this is just as much about the creatures in harm's way as it is about the nature of humanity itself. Who gets to decide what is valuable in this world? Is it the laughter of those who exploit, or is it the cries for freedom that resonate ominously within the forest's depths? You feel your heart pound, grounded in the moment, undeniably aware of where you stand within this narrative. A witness to hard truths, your spirit entangled with the resilience found within nature's finest protector. As the confrontation unfolds, it becomes clear that the bear is not merely defending. It is opening a dialogue through action, a raw response to humanity's transgressions, reminding you that in the wild, every voice has a role. Each moment, each shift serves as a reminder that nature will have its say. The bear, a sentinel of truth, a warrior of freedom, embraces its role fully, while hope hangs in the air like a tangible thread, weaving its way through the chaos, and the forest comes alive with the potential for healing. You know this moment reaches far beyond this skirmish. Justice echoes and reverberates, refusing to be silenced as nature reclaims the narrative it has every right to tell. As you bear witness to the monumental struggle, the resolve of the universe collides with mortal arrogance, ensuring that the saga of these woods, a saga of courage, innocence, and survival, will not go unheard. In the aftermath of the chaos, silence settles like a quilt over the forest, a moment where time holds its breath, suspended within the ancient trees whose branches cradle the turmoil. The heavy stillness wraps around you, and you feel the weight of what just transpired, an exhalation of past injustices mingling with the fresh air of hope that now bursts forth like the first light of dawn breaking upon a murky horizon. You glance at the bear, which stands resolute under the dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy above. The poachers have retreated, fear etched into their faces, weakness overtaking their bravado. The air hangs thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, a reminder that life continues, even in the wake of turmoil. The bear gazes down at the cub, who sits trembling in the trap, a tangible embodiment of the cycle of pain and hope intertwined within these woods. With a deep rumbling growl, the bear indicates its intention, a spirit of leadership guiding its every movement. You catch a glimpse of the unconditional love that binds them, a mother's fierce desire to reclaim her child from the clutches of despair. The energy ripples through the atmosphere, and the forest seems to exhale along with you, a cleansing breath that washes away fragments of sorrow. As the bear approaches the cub, you step closer, your heart racing in tandem with the powerful energy swirling around you. The moment clutches at your chest, and you sense a fierce yearning within the mother, a longing to protect, to nurture, to restore hope for a future where innocence can thrive unburdened. You hold on to the vision of the tender reunion, an eventuality that speaks to the depths of resilience present in nature, hopeful trust embraced within the fierce bond of love. The bear nuzzles the cub gently, a soft contrast to the earlier violence that rippled through this sanctuary. The cub's whimpers gradually soften, replaced by soft whines of recognition. You watch, tearing up, feeling the very fabric of life weave itself back together as the mother offers solace, guiding the cub out of the jaws of despair. Their connection transcends mere instinct. It resonates deeply in a way that you can't fully articulate, a reminder that love is a dynamic force, strong enough to challenge human greed even in the most trying of times. But just as darkness was ushered away, the memory of fear lingers, a haunting whisper threading through the trees. You remember the plight of other creatures silenced by the indifference of men. As the reunion unfolds before your eyes, the harsh reality that not every story might end like this one washes over you, an unwavering truth cutting through the sweetness of the moment. So many lives exist in the periphery, waiting for their turn to reclaim their stories, longing for the freedom this pair is beginning to regain. In a way, the bear and cub serve as beacons to awaken empathy within those who dare to enter this woodland sanctuary. You realize the weight of responsibility you now carry. Will you let the emotions stirred within you fade away like the morning mist once you leave? Or will you channel this experience into a commitment, a promise to become a steward of these woods, a guardian? The choice looms before you, wrapped within the lessons taught by the bear's bravery. As the forest comes back to life, the sounds of the wild pick up again. The rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze, the flutter of wings hidden within foliage, the distant chattering of squirrels reclaiming their territory. Life is irrepressibly resilient, and in each sound, you hear the earth's reminder that there is an intricate web connecting all creatures. The heartbeats echo stories of countless beings, gently compounding with the tales of ancestry deeply woven into this tapestry of life. You feel a sense of urgency burgeon within, a call to action that rises to meet you. You can't let these stories go unheard. They are woven into the very fabric of existence. You must extend your commitment beyond yourself, advocating for those who cannot speak, those who cry for freedom within the tangled mesh of human transgressions. As if sensing your resolve, the bear turns toward you, those deep, wise eyes locking unto yours in recognition. A spark of understanding that transcends a mere gaze. You realize that they possess an innate intelligence born from centuries of survival. And in that moment, you become acutely aware of the vast stories this bear and its kin hold. Each encounter is a chapter in a larger narrative, revealing the intricate balance of life threatened by those who exploit it for profit. You reflect on the lessons nested within the confrontation, the need for guardianship over innocent lives, the significance of respect for nature's delicate balance, and the profound realization that all beings deserve to roam free, unburdened by chains of human oppression. You've witnessed a glimmer of hope, and now it's time to amplify that light. Leaving the woods today does not mean the end of your journey. It shall mark the beginning of something greater. You are part of a larger mosaic, a community of voices that arise when nature calls. In the future moments when you feel the brush of leaves against your skin, you will remember this experience, this feeling of kinship toward the wild creations around you. With determination swelling within, you pledge to become an advocate, your heart and mind awakened to the quiet power of nature's guardians. You envisage the pathways you will take, the conversations you will ignite, the stories worth sharing, to awaken others to the urgent need for change. The bond between the bear and cub pulsates like a beacon in your memory, an inspiration to nurture and protect. As you walk away from this confrontation, you cherish the knowledge that the forest will continue to weave its stories, sheltering tales of triumph, sorrow, and reconciliation. It will remain alive with breath and spirit, filled with the echoes of love and survival that compel you to witness its truth once more. You step forward, carrying with you the message that the eternal dance of justice must persist. In this tranquil realm, hope flourishes alongside despair, reminding you that it is the courage of the guardians, the bears and the humans alike, that will ultimately shape the story of these woods, defining its future. You carry a whisper of that truth within you. Each small act of kindness, each choice made with intention, might just turn the tide toward harmony between humanity and the wild. Your role is clear: advocate, defender, witness. And as you leave, the trees quietly celebrate the courage found within this interconnected world. Resilient spirits alive within every whisper of wind, You step away from the clearing, your heart soaring amidst the trees that seem to sway in approval of your newfound commitment. With each footfall, you leave behind the weight of despair and step into the embrace of hope, an energy palpable in the forest's breath, a melody of life, a symphony of healing. The sunlight filters softly through the branches, creating a dance of light and shadow, each beam a gentle reminder that healing begins anew with every dawn. But as you walk, you cannot shake the image of that bear and cub, symbols of what is at stake, what has endured, and what must continue to thrive. Their confrontation with darkness pulls at your consciousness, reminding you that there is still much to be done. You glimpse the wildflowers along the path, resilient even in the shroud of struggle, swaying with a quiet strength. They remind you that beauty persists, even in harsh conditions. Your mind wanders, weaving through thoughts of what exists beyond these woods, out into the world where many hearts have yet to embrace the urgency of the moment. You envision conversations unfolding, discussions that challenge the status quo, ignite a passion for conservation, and foster awareness of the delicate balance that keeps our ecosystems thriving. Realizing the power of collective voices fuels a fervor within you. Perhaps it is time to lend those voices a platform, and you ponder the many ways you can reach out to others. Each connection made will resonate in unison, like the harmonious chorus of the forest. You imagine engaging with community groups to discuss the importance of wildlife protection, organizing cleanups, and sparking interest in local conservation initiatives. You envision standing side by side with fellow advocates, rallying around a cause for all creatures, protection for the voiceless who dwell in the shadows. Each small step, each ripple of change, could grow into a tide capable of washing away the injustices carved upon this wild canvas. A thought tugs at your heart, urging you to capture this experience, to share it beyond the bounds of this sanctuary, so its story can extend into the minds and hearts of many. You envision becoming a storyteller, writing about the bear's courage, the tears of the cub, the echoes that reverberate within the hearts of those who awaken to the beauty of the wild. The narrative spills from you, alive and vibrant, a testament to the bond between guardians and the helpless. But with this narrative comes a profound realization. You cannot convey their story alone. This tale belongs to every creature that calls the forest home. It belongs to the trees that whisper secrets to the wandering winds, to the rivers that sing songs of resilience as they carve their way through stone. You are but a single thread in a rich tapestry. The rescue of that bear cub ignites a flame of determination, a flickering candle in the vast, sometimes dark history of exploitation. As you continue down the path, a gentle breeze flutters by, carrying whispers of promise and beckoning you to linger. The world outside may not yet grasp the depth of the struggles endured within these woods, but the forest knows. The trees seem to nod in agreement, and you can almost hear their voice, a collective sigh of gratitude for the moments of bravery kindled within their embrace. You realize that nature's resilience is reflected in you, a symbiotic bond connecting all living beings. The image and energy of the bear and cub are etched into your mind, a beacon illuminating your purpose, a lighthouse guiding you home. You close your eyes for a moment, imprinting the scent of damp earth upon your spirit, promising to carry this memory forth. Each tree you pass, each shadow cast upon the ground, becomes a reminder of the fight to protect what is pure and innocent, as well as a call to action, as the forest extends beyond its borders into the homes and hearts of people everywhere. When you finally emerge from the woods, you find yourself standing on the threshold between the wild and the everyday world, a sacred liminal space. The cacophony of city life buzzes in your ears, bright lights flashing in sharp contrast to the soft green hues you've just left behind. But you feel fueled by a spirit of advocacy, warrior energy alive and surging within you. You understand that engaging with this new reality means inviting the stories of the woods into the urban landscape, revealing the interconnected truths shared by all living beings. You feel empowered, ready to transform inaction into conversation. The urgency to elevate what was witnessed, to unveil the shadows of exploitation while shining the light of compassion, fills you with purpose. It's time to bring this hidden truth to the forefront, compelling those who have long turned a blind eye to awaken to the wonders and fragilities of nature. Your heart is an echo chamber for nature's call, a reminder that to love the earth is to protect it. And as the day wanes, you embrace a newfound conviction, stepping forward into this world with clarity. Everything you witnessed echoes around you, reminding you that justice is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. And each voice, yours included, must endure as a note in the continuing harmony of life. With each step you take, let this be the heartbeat of change resounding through your spirit. A commitment to raise your voice in defense of the silent, to fight against the silence that often blankets the cries of the oppressed. As you walk onward, make this promise to the bear and cub and all creatures they represent. You will not forget what you've witnessed. You will honor their courage by becoming a force for their protection, igniting that spark of awareness in others as you weave your story through the threads of community, advocating for a future where nature and humanity exist in harmony. With each breath you take, with each story shared, it is your soul's rhythm that joins with the pulse of nature. It guides you toward a brighter horizon, a world where both guardianship and love reign free. And as you embrace that future, remember, it is a rare and profound honor to be trusted with the stories of the wild. With renewed spirit, you step forward into the unfolding tapestry of life, recognizing that you are a part of something so much greater than yourself, a guardian of voices, a bearer of hope. You awake the next morning to a bright sun pouring through your window, its rays igniting a fire within. The forest still lingers in your mind, an echo intertwining with the rhythm of your heartbeat. You breathe deeply, feeling the weight of purpose settle on your shoulders as you consider that a new chapter has begun. Stepping outside, the city unfolds before you, bustling and alive, ignorant of the shadows of the wild. Each honking car and clattering footstep calls to you, urging the connection between the wild and urban landscapes. You imagine yourself navigating these streets, engaging passers-by in meaningful conversations about conservation, the critical need to protect innocent creatures, and the sanctity of nature. Reaching for your notebook, pages blank and inviting, you write with urgency. You document the journey of the bear and cub, highlighting their courage and the vital message woven through their tale. Each word captures not only the beauty of the wilderness, but also the harsh truths of wildlife crime, striving to awaken hearts to the connection between their lives and the natural world. Your thoughts flow like rivers, rich with stories that need to be shared. You craft articles, pamphlets, and social media posts that shimmer with urgency, determined to shift consciousness around wildlife protection and advocate for those who cannot speak. Each tale becomes a ripple of change, sparking curiosity and compassion in countless hearts. In community meetings and schools, you bring the bear's story to life. You paint vivid pictures with your words, igniting empathy and stirring discomfort or curiosity in those willing to listen. You urge them to become a part of something greater, to awaken to the realities of wildlife struggles, and to embrace their own roles as protectors. As hands raise and conversations ignite, you bask in the shared energy of hope, a collective heartbeat for the voiceless. You soon connect with local environmental organizations, collaborating on initiatives to restore habitats, clean up polluted areas, and raise awareness. Every action becomes a testimony to the spirit of the bear and cub, a symbolic push against the tide of indifference that often prevails. The forest resonates with gratitude as you gather momentum, inviting others to join and champion this cause. Through every challenge, you reflect on the encounter that propelled this journey, the fierce confrontation etched in your mind. It transforms obstacles into opportunities, sculpting your path with the tenacity of nature. Each day becomes an exercise in resilience, while your heart remains open to the plight of all creatures entangled in exploitation. As seasons shift, you watch as the community begins to change. People who once remained distant from wildlife become advocates, eager to share their encounters, report sightings, and back local conservation efforts. You witness friendships blossom, eyes broadened in understanding, hearts awakened to the magic of nature that lies just outside their doors. In late spring, you organize a community event, a delightful celebration honoring nature and wildlife protection. The atmosphere buzzes with excitement, a reflection of unification spurred by common purpose. You take the stage, your heart brimming with anticipation as you remind those gathered of the power each individual carries to influence change. Inaction breeds silence, you say, but together, our voices can ignite protection for the silent. Let's embrace our responsibility. The applause rings out, resonating deep in your being, and for a fleeting moment you feel nature itself rejoicing in this display of solidarity. It is here you recognize that your journey is just beginning, a continuation of stories that need to be told, truths that require amplification. The bear and cub linger in your heart, their message a vivid reminder that together, change is possible, that love and courage can manifest into tangible action. As you embrace this moment, you look toward the horizon, where endless possibilities beckon, eager to bridge the space between humanity and the wild. Plan for future encounters, educational workshops, and fundraisers unfurl in your mind, each a thread waiting to weave itself into the tapestry of conservation. The essence of every story, every encounter continues to ripple outward, transforming your community and your life. With every step you take, you realize that the guardianship adopted isn't just a responsibility. It is a journey of growth, a dance with the complexities of nature, steeped in compassion and resolve. From that day forward, you promise to carry their stories, to honor the courage of the bear and cub that ignited the spark of advocacy within you, a fire that has now expanded into a wildfire of voices, each unique and powerful, advocating for a future that recognizes the sanctity of every wild life. Together, you step into a shared future where compassion guides actions, where every citizen becomes a torchbearer for the voiceless. As you navigate this path, know that you are not alone. Each heart entwined in this cause, united like the trees, standing resolute against the fiercest winds. In this, a revelation unfolds, that this journey, humbling yet empowering, reminds us of our duty in a world filled with wonder, where the silence of the oppressed must never be ignored. Your story mirrors nature's truths, an unwavering embodiment of hope, shedding light on the enduring bond between humanity and the wild, proving that every voice can make a difference and that together we can create a future where both thrive. As the sun dips low on the horizon, casting a warm glow on the vibrant landscape, you stand at the edge of the forest that now feels like home. Each rustle of leaves, every distant call of wildlife is a reminder of the mission you've embraced. This world, so rich and alive, is a tapestry of stories waiting to be uncovered, and you now carry the threads of those narratives in your heart. Weeks have flown by, filled with energy and intention as your commitment to conservation grows. Your community has rallied around the spark you ignited, embarking on a journey to protect the voiceless inhabitants of the wild. Schools host assemblies where children share their newfound knowledge of conservation, and local organizations begin to champion the cause you scripted together. In this evolution, Hope takes root, spreading like wildflowers across the landscape. You dive into research, seeking to educate yourself further about wildlife trafficking and the ongoing threats that loom over fragile ecosystems. Hidden beneath the beauty of everyday life lies a darker reality. Endangered species struggling to survive as their habitats dwindle, victims of human greed. Each fact you learn fuels your determination, making you even more resolute in your quest for change. But awareness alone isn't enough. Your thoughts turn to expanding your reach beyond the comforts of familiarity. You connect with local environmental organizations that are deeply involved in advocacy and spirit. You arrange meetings, bringing activists and community leaders together, and soon a broader coalition begins to form. It becomes clear that this movement doesn't just stop at local awareness. It's a step toward deep-rooted action against wildlife crime. Your coalition organizes a Wildlife Advocacy Day, an event designed not merely to inform, but to mobilize. You envision an experience that combines education with empowerment, children engaging in hands-on activities, families learning about local wildlife, and inspiring speakers inviting the community to join in the fight for nature. As the day unfolds under the bright sun, laughter intertwines with the gentle rustle of leaves, setting a hopeful tone for what is to come. The festivities begin and the excitement is palpable. Parents bring their children, faces painted with the colors of the animals they cherish. Booths line the path leading to workshops on responsible outdoor practices and storytelling sessions that weave together tales of guardianship and hope. You share the bear and cub's story, emphasizing the courage it took to confront danger, encouraging every person present to stand up against exploitation. In the chaos of the event, you connect with a seasoned park ranger, a woman whose years in the wilderness have forged a bond with nature that few understand. She shares insights and stories of resilience, of animals saved, habitats restored, and the beauty that exists when communities unite. You feel an instant connection, and soon a vision grows, a workshop series aimed at empowering youth to become ambassadors for wildlife, equipping them with knowledge and skills. With her guidance, a plan begins to take shape. Together, you establish outdoor adventures, engaging students in citizen science projects where they learn to identify local species and understand their importance to the ecosystem. You will nurture their curiosity and allow their passion to sprout, transforming them from passive observers to active advocates. As the workshops commence, a sense of excitement envelops you. Children's laughter fills the air as they explore the wild corners of their surroundings, their laughter harmonizing with the calls of birds and the rustling of leaves. You witness firsthand the profound connection forming as they learn about habitats and ecosystems. For each child who embraces this knowledge, a small torch is lit, illuminating the way forward. Each workshop feels like planting a seed, a future guardian of nature sprouting before your eyes. But as your initiatives flourish, shadowy challenges remain. Troubling reports of poaching and habitat destruction loom over your efforts, reminders of the urgency that brought you to this place. You focus on ensuring that your community understands the external factors threatening their local wildlife. It becomes crucial to tie the work of your coalition back to the larger narrative, emphasizing that every action counts in this fight against exploitation and indifference. Determined, your team drafts a proposal addressing local officials and stakeholders. You emphasize the need for policies that protect wildlife, foster habitat restoration, and invest in educational programs. Weeks of research and meetings culminate in a passionate plea designed to elevate the voices of those who cannot speak for themselves, the voices that persist in your heart. As the conference date approaches, you prepare to take the stage, a tide of emotion washing over you with the weight of responsibility. This is more than a chance to speak. It is a pivotal moment to share the interconnected stories of the wild and the urgent call for protection. On the day of the conference, you step into the gathering, your heart racing. Faces around you reflect a shared concern for nature, an audience eager to listen and learn. You take a breath, channeling that energy as you step forward. Today, we gather not just to share our concerns or ideas, but to embrace a commitment, to amplify the voices of wildlife and unite in their defense. You begin, feeling the support of the crowd. As you weave the bear and cub's narrative into your words, you reveal the profound truths hidden in their stories. You paint a vision of harmony where communities live in respect of nature's balance, urging those in the room to become champions for change. At that moment, your heart swells as the energy in the room shifts, their collective hope reflecting off you as you lay bare the challenges ahead. But as you foster understanding, your resolve strengthens. Together you stand as guardians of the wild. Every voice echoes the call for defense. Every step solidifies the path toward a renewed relationship with nature. With the closing words of your speech, you feel the weight lift, knowing you have ignited something essential, a belief that together, action can transform the future. The applause rings, a thunderous wave of solidarity that reverberates in your soul. You look around, witnessing the spark of inspiration ignite in others' hearts, and you smile, knowing that this is just the beginning of a greater movement bound by love and responsibility for the wild. As the applause slowly fades, you step down from the stage, your heart still racing from the energy of the moment. A swell of emotion washes over you, a mix of hope and determination, as you see familiar faces of friends and fellow advocates fill the room. One by one they approach you, offering words of encouragement, their enthusiasm a reflective surface of your own passion. This is more than a gathering, it's a transformative moment for your community, one that sets the foundation for real change. In the weeks that follow the conference, you witness the momentum ignite. Children begin to come together in groups, motivated to take action in ways only they can see. Schools light up with ideas surrounding conservation, and your workshops flourish. Each session is filled with exuberant voices, learning about the precious ecosystems surrounding them and the role they can play in protecting them. But along with this newfound enthusiasm comes a heavy realization. Articles and reports detailing the ongoing threats to wildlife surface almost daily: poaching, habitat destruction, and despairing statistics about endangered species. These challenges gnaw at your conscience, a struggle against a relentless tide. You deepen your research, digging into advocacy groups and their efforts to combat these injustices. Fear mingles with determination. Too many lives remain at stake. Fueled by urgency, you gather the coalition formed at the conference and encourage them to reach out to local lawmakers. We need to make our voices heard, you insist, connecting the hearts of your community to the fight for justice. Outlining plans for a town hall meeting, you ignite their excitement about bringing the issues directly to those in power. As the meeting date approaches, you tirelessly prepare. The energy in your heart swells as you envision the power of your community standing together in solidarity. You lay the groundwork for speeches, research statistics, and prepare heartfelt stories about local wildlife, detailing how each life touches the bigger picture. Finally, the night arrives. The room fills with familiar faces fueled by concern. Communities woven tightly by shared values stand ready to amplify the call for action. You feel the collective energy zipping through the air as you climb onto the stage once more. Tonight, we are the voice for those who cannot speak for themselves, you declare, drawing the audience closer with each resonating word. You recount the story of the bear and cub, a metaphor for resilience and the imperative to protect every creature that calls this land home. As you speak, something beautiful happens. A wave of connection surges through the crowd. They lean in, hearts open, sensing their shared purpose. It's palpable, a collection of hopes, fears, and dreams blending into one. When the floor opens for dialogue, individuals step forward, sharing testimonies that echo your own anxieties, their voices blending and rising as a singular rallying cry. "We cannot let our wildlife disappear," a man exclaims, and cheers erupt throughout the room. In the weeks that follow, the momentum builds fiercely. Petitions circulate across social media, gathering signatures as they echo through the community. Word spreads of your advocacy efforts, capturing the attention of local news outlets. Attention swells, and more individuals step into the circle of your coalition, eager to contribute towards a pivotal cause. Yet amidst this excitement lies a shadow. A neighboring region is rocked by a shocking incident, a poaching scandal that sends ripples of fear through your community. You feel the darkness creeping in, a reminder of the challenges that persist and what is at stake if you don't act. You gather your coalition once more, your resolve intensifying. "We need to respond to this," you declare, passion igniting your words. "A public march will show that we stand against wildlife crime and will not settle for inaction." You can feel the commitment in the room, and plans begin to take shape swiftly. Flyers and posters are created while social media campaigns launch, all centering around the urgency of the moment. On the day of the march, the sun rises bright, illuminating a sense of optimism. You step outside, heart racing with anticipation. The streets begin to fill with people carrying signs and banners, voices echoing for wildlife advocacy. You stand at the front, pride swelling within you as you look out over the crowd, each face a testament to the dedication that unites everyone here today. As the march begins, the rhythm of footsteps resonates like a heartbeat echoing your hopes for the future. You chant slogans, sharing stories of wildlife embattled by exploitation as you witness strangers transformed into allies, advocates rallying together for a common cause. "Nature needs us," you shout, not just with your voice but with every beat of your heart. The march winds through the community, and for each step you feel the spirit of the bear and cub rising within, urging you forward. The visuals around you, the proud trees, glistening streams, and wildlife, remind you that this fight is not merely personal. It's about honoring the sacred bond between nature and humanity. As you conclude your march at the town square, you are filled with powerful resonance. Standing amidst a sea of unified voices, you share your vision for the future, of a world where every life is valued, where the balance of nature is revered, and where love and advocacy guide actions. With each word, you and your coalition stitch together a vision that can ripple out to reshape the narrative of compassion and responsibility for generations to come. In that moment, your heart swells with belief. This community, bound by purpose, is a generation of guardians. They stand with you, ever eager to protect, to advocate, and to ensure that the echoes of nature will never go silent. You know, as the sun sets behind you, that this movement extends beyond just a single march. It represents a commitment to nurturing the voices of the wild, a calling to protect the intricate web of life for all who dwell within it. In the weeks after the march, your community buzzes with newfound energy. Conversations about wildlife advocacy ripple through neighborhood gatherings, and the bonds forged during that powerful day seem to strengthen. You gather your coalition in a sunlit clearing, surrounded by the familiar scent of pine that feels like home. "Let's turn this passion into action," you suggest, feeling the excitement crackle. "We need a project that not only brings us together, but shows our commitment to wildlife." As ideas bounce around, someone proposes transforming a neglected lot into a community garden, a vibrant habitat for local flora and fauna. The crowd buzzes with approval. You feel the warmth of enthusiasm fill the air, the anticipation of what this ground could become tugging at your heart. We'll create a sanctuary for wildlife and a nurturing space for our community, you declare, determination shining in your eyes. Planning meetings draw in more people, and soon your coalition grows. Children scamper through the grass, parents discuss logistics, and elders share stories of the land as it once was. Excitement builds, and people begin to contribute resources, shovels, soil, seeds, and plenty of time. The vision of the garden becomes clearer with every meeting, each voice adding a note to the symphony of purpose. On the day of the groundbreaking ceremony, you arrive early, heart racing with possibility. The sun casts golden rays, illuminating the crowd gathering at the site. Families clutch seedlings, eager to plant and care for something greater than themselves. Your heart swells with pride as you take in the sea of hopeful faces. Once the ceremony begins, you stand before the assembly, voice steady and clear. Today we plant seeds not just in the earth, but in our commitment to protect wildlife. Together we are creating a refuge that will blossom with life. Applause surges through the crowd, a tangible wave of shared hope. Throughout the day, the sound of shovels hitting earth melds with laughter, creating a joyful soundtrack. People dig, plant, and nurture the ground, while children laugh and run nearby. You walk among them, soaking in the atmosphere of community and cooperation. Every seed sown becomes a promise for the future, a concrete step toward protecting the world around you. Weeks pass, and the garden transforms. Vibrant flowers bloom amidst greenery, and the air fills with the sweet scent of nature in rekindled harmony. Community workshops emerge, and families eagerly attend, learning about the plants and wildlife in their midst. The garden isn't just a patch of earth. It's a living lesson on conservation, bridging minds and hearts. However, news reports of wildlife suffering from habitat loss and environmental degradation begin to circulate again, casting a shadow over your joy. You can't help but feel the weight of these struggles. Amid the garden's beauty, the reality of endangered creatures pulls at your conscience, igniting a sense of urgency. Let's expand our impact, you propose in another meeting with your coalition. We need to educate others and raise awareness about conservation issues. Our garden can be a hub for outreach. The excitement in the room grows as people begin to brainstorm ideas. Workshops expand, and hands shoot up to volunteer. As plans unfold, you feel a resurgence of hope. You reach out to local schools and environmental organizations to collaborate. Workshops fill up quickly as eager faces pack the seats, ready to learn. Kids ask questions, drawing comparisons between animals and the plants they've nurtured, their excitement palpable. Can we save the animals? A small voice asks, full of hope and determination. Inspired, you respond, absolutely. Every seed planted today is a step toward creating safe havens for wildlife. Together, we can make a difference. The room fills with chatter, ideas bouncing off the walls, a feeling of empowerment coalescing in the air. One evening, a child steps up and asks, "What if we create a wildlife sanctuary?" The room falls silent, the weight of their question hangs in the air. Excitement ripples through the group, and soon you're swept into discussions about a sanctuary designed for wildlife rehabilitation and education. With a sense of urgency, you draft a proposal, detailing the vision for a sanctuary to house local wildlife and serve as an educational resource. Your coalition springs into action, gathering support from local businesses and environmental organizations. They rally behind the idea, believing in the community's vision. The day of your sanctuary proposal arrives, and with it comes a mix of exhilaration and nerves. You stand before potential sponsors and community leaders, recounting the journey, a timeline of passion, effort, and the growing impact your coalition has had. As you present your vision, a sense of hope swells in your chest. Will they see what you see? a refuge for the lost, and a home for the helpless. What follows is a tense wait. Days pass with growing anxiety, but then a breakthrough arrives. The email lights up your inbox, and with trembling hands, you read the support from key sponsors. A wave of relief washes over you. This dream could become a reality. As discussions and planning for the sanctuary come together, you find your excitement mirrored in the faces of your friends and neighbors. Volunteers organize construction days to build necessary structures, and each nail hammered and fence raised transforms the land. Your vision is unfolding. Finally, the day of the sanctuary opening arrives, and anticipation fills the air. Animals within their enclosures call out, filling the space with life. As families gather, the sense of purpose and celebration envelops you. You step to the front, ready to address the crowd. Today, we celebrate a new beginning, a sanctuary for wildlife, a home for those in need, and a symbol of our commitment to protect what we cherish most, you say, voice steady and full of emotion. The audience erupts in applause, the energy electric. You realize that this sanctuary is more than just a facility. It embodies the community's spirit and its unwavering connection to nature. As you watch families and children engage with the environment, laugh and learn, you understand that this journey is just beginning. The path forward remains vibrant and full of potential as the community rallies around this newfound purpose. As you look to the future, a deep sense of purpose fills your heart. You are no longer just a voice for wildlife advocacy. You are a part of a living legacy where every life matters, every connection with nature counts. And with every step forward, you honor the bear and her cub, champions of the wild echoing through the hearts of those who stand today, committed to nurturing the intricate web of life. As the sanctuary flourishes, your heart swells with joy and pride. It's a living testament to what a community can achieve when they unite for a noble cause. The laughter of children echoes among the trees, a gentle reminder of why you embarked on this journey. Families stroll through the pathways, eyes wide with wonder as they observe the local wildlife finding refuge within the protective embrace of the sanctuary. Nature is healing, and so are the hearts of those who have come together to protect it. Days blend into weeks as the sanctuary evolves into a hub of activity. Workshops bring community members together, teaching them the importance of conservation, the balance of ecosystems, and how every little action can make a difference. You feel a deep sense of fulfillment each time you watch the children's faces light up with new knowledge. They ask questions, sharing their thoughts and concerns about the environment, their voices filling the air with hope. But as you bask in the joy of this new beginning, a shadow looms at the edges of your consciousness. The outside world still harbors threats: pollution, poaching, climate change. The wildlife around you remains vulnerable, and you feel an overwhelming responsibility to stand guard, to ensure their safety. You share these thoughts in meetings with your coalition, igniting a renewed sense of urgency among your friends and neighbors. "We can't just stop here," you assert, your voice steady, fueled by passion. "We need to advocate for stronger protections, work to raise awareness about the threats our wildlife face, and inspire action beyond the sanctuary's borders." As you speak, you see their expressions shift. A collective determination ignites. They know that this sanctuary is only one part of a much larger battle. You brainstorm bold campaigns aimed at the heart of local issues. Discussions bloom around organizing community cleanup days to tackle litter that may harm wildlife habitats, while other ideas focus on raising awareness about sustainable practices. You reach out to local schools, urging them to incorporate environmental education into their curricula. The response is electric, and the sanctuary now serves as a backdrop for a larger movement. Eager to expand your outreach, you organize a festival dedicated to wildlife and conservation. Wildlife Celebration Day becomes the embodiment of your community's love for nature. Imagine vibrant booths filled with local artisans, environmental organizations, and engaging activities for families. It's a day to celebrate the relationship between people and the natural world, a day to strengthen bonds and energize efforts. As you pour your heart into planning, the buzz around the festival grows. Local media catches wind of the event, and soon your efforts are being shared on social platforms. Excitement surges as people from neighboring towns express their desire to attend. You remember the challenges of the past, the lack of awareness that initially fueled your fire. This day could be a beacon of hope, shining a light on the importance of protecting wildlife. The festival day arrives, filled with sunshine and joy. Decorated tables fill the sanctuary grounds, each adorned with information on local wildlife and conservation efforts. The scent of freshly made food drifts through the crowd as laughter and music harmonize. Your heart swells with gratitude as you watch people come together, drawn by a shared passion for nature. As the festivities unfold, workshops allow community members to learn hands-on about wildlife care, sustainable gardening, and ways to live harmoniously with nature. You don't just see families, you see friendships forming, connections deepening as they work side by side, tending to the land. Children engage with volunteers, planting seeds, crafting, and discovering the wonders of their environment. You step onto the stage to address the crowd, feeling the weight of this moment. Thank you for being here today, for coming together in support of our wildlife and our planet. You begin, your voice carrying across the laughter and shouts of joy. Together, we are spreading awareness and love, ensuring that our local treasures are protected. As you speak, a palpable energy swells, a sense of unity radiates through the crowd. The finale of the day is a surprise. A large mural depicting wildlife, created by local artists, is unveiled. Color floods the space as the crowd collectively gasps. The mural portrays animals adorned with vibrant colors, surrounded by the flora of your region, inviting people to reflect on the beauty that exists all around them. You stand before it, humbled by the sheer creativity and dedication of those involved. However, as the festivities wind down, you notice groups lingering, bubbling with discussions about the next steps in their conservation efforts. Among the conversations, you hear voices advocating for improved environmental policies, a renewed focus on habitat restoration, and even partnerships with conservation organizations beyond the sanctuary's borders. With newfound determination, you recognize the power of this emerging narrative. You invite your coalition to come together to strategize how to take these conversations and translate them into action. A renewed commitment fills the room. Everyone is eager to find ways to elevate their advocacy efforts in tangible, impactful ways. You brainstorm new outreach programs, initiatives to rival the pressing challenges wildlife face today. Weeks pass, and under your leadership, your coalition expands its awareness campaigns. School partnerships take root, unveiling a series of educational programs emphasizing the urgent need for conservation. Community cleanups become regular events, and workshops on sustainable living spring up throughout the town. You watch as each small action feeds the greater movement. A transformation of consciousness is underway. Through it all, you remember the bear and her cub, their fierce protector spirit echoing through every endeavor you undertake. You find solace in knowing that their story lives on through passionate hearts, willing to rise for what they believe in. With each step, you know you're nurturing a legacy. They ignite a shared commitment to the intricate web of life, inspiring love and respect for the wild that will endure long after your own footsteps echo into the distance. As you look ahead, you feel a sense of pride tinged with hope. You stand at the edge of possibility, ready to embrace the future with unwavering resolve. This community has become guardians of the land, advocates for wildlife, and champions of nature. A promise of unity, a flicker of hope that shines bright. ready to illuminate the path forward for generations to come.